Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at likely questions that would be coming out in our forthcoming exams, especially our WAEC and NECO exams. Okay, we'll be looking at specific topics, okay, topics that are most likely going to be coming out. All right, like more of an exam focused topics that students should prepare more on for the forthcoming exam. Now, the first one we have is on quadratic equation. It says solve the quadratic equation. Now we have 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0. Now, when we talk about quadratic equations, how do we solve quadratic equations? There are four basic methods for solving quadratic equations. We have the factorization method, completing the square method, graphical method, and the almighty formula method. Now, these four methods are all applicable here, but for the purpose of this, we would quickly use the factorization method. Now, in case you are not asked to specifically use any method and you're comfortable with factorization method, please go ahead and do that. But some students feel they are most comfortable with the almighty formula or quadratic formula. Please also go ahead to use any method which you feel most convenient about to use, but ensure you are getting it correct without errors. So in factorization method, we multiply the coefficient of x squared and that of a constant together. Now this two gives us 6x squared. Okay, now we are going to look for the factors of 6 that will give us 5 when summed up. I repeat, factors of 6 that will give us 5 when summed up. Now we know that for 6 we have it as 2 and 3 and 1 and 6. Okay, now fortunately this 2 gives us 5. Okay, but now let's consider the sign. The sign is positive and this sign is positive. Okay, our 6 is positive and this is negative. So if we do minus 1, because we have minus 1 plus 6 will give us 5, but minus 6 plus 1 will give us a plus, okay, will give us a minus 5, which is what we are looking for. But minus 6 times 1 will give us a minus 6. So this is ruled out. Now let's consider 2 and 3. If we have 2 and 3, so we have minus 2 minus 3. That gives us a minus 5. Now minus 2 times 3 will give us a plus 6. So our values will become minus 2x minus 3x. Now, using this to replace 5 here, we have it as 2x squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 equals 0. Group these two together and these two together. Now, what's common here? 2x. Bring it out. 2x bracket x minus 1. What's common here? 3 minus 3 bracket x minus 1. Okay, equals 0. Now bring these two together. We have it as 2x minus 3 equals 0 and x minus 1 equals 0. So this gives us x equals 3 over 2. And this gives us x equals 1. So with this, we've solved our quadratic equation. Okay, number 2 says solve for x plus y equals 7. This for a simultaneous equation. We have x plus y equals 7, equation 1, and x squared plus y squared equals 25, equation 2. Now, for this, we are going to make from equation 1, so we say from equation 1, we make x the subject of formula. X equals 7 minus y. Okay, so from equation 1, x equals 7 minus y. So now we substitute into equation 2. That gives us 7 minus y all squared plus y squared equals 25. So opening this bracket, we have it as 7 squared is 49 minus, okay, sorry. Now, this 7 minus y squared will give us 7 minus y times 7 minus y plus y squared equals 25. Okay, now expanding this, 7 times 7 gives us 49. This times this gives us minus 7y minus 7y plus y squared. Okay, now plus another y squared equals 25. So here we collect like terms. This becomes 49 minus 14y plus 2y squared equals 25. Okay, now make it look like a quadratic equation. This becomes rearranging 2y squared minus 14y plus 29 plus 49 minus 25 equals 0. So 49 minus 25 minus 25 gives us 24. So this gives us 2y squared minus 14y plus 24 equals 0. So we can now divide through with 2. So dividing through with 2, we have y squared minus 7y plus 12 equals 0. Okay, so now we look for the factors of 12 that will give us 7. Okay, factorizing this, we have 12y squared. So if we factorize 12 to get 7, we're having 4 and 3. Alright, so this becomes 4 and 3y. Now, since this is positive and this is negative, both of them will become negative. Okay, remember what we did here, how we use our factors here to get our answer. So we are applying the same method here. So from here, we have it as y squared minus 4y minus 3y plus 12 equals 0. So collecting these two together, so this becomes y is common, y minus 4, and 3 is common, y minus 4 equals 0. So bringing these two, we have y minus 3 equals 0 and y minus 4 equals 0. Okay, so therefore y equals 3 and y equals 4. So with this, we've solved our simultaneous equation. Okay guys, I hope you're enjoying our lecture thus far. So share this link with your friends and click on your notification buttons for more updates. Alright, moving on to question 3, we have make x the subject of formula. Now, this is making x a subject of formula, alright, and p equals 2x plus 5 all over x minus 1. Okay, now, since we have it this way, we'll do what? Cross multiply. Okay, we cross multiply. This gives us p bracket x minus 1 equals 2x plus 5. Now, opening up our bracket, we have it as px minus p equals 2x plus 5. So from here, we do what? We collect like terms. So this becomes px minus 2x equals 5 plus p. Okay? Now, what's common here is x equals p minus 2 equals 5 plus p. So this becomes x equals 5 plus p all over p minus 2. So with this, we've made x our subject of formula. Now, one thing to remember in making any letter your subject of formula is that your aim is simply to make it stand alone. So regardless how many they are within your formulas, learn to bring them together. Okay, next we have simplify, which is on indices. 2 raised to power 5 times 2 raised to power 3 all over 2 raised to power 4. Now, applying a law of indices here, it is important to remember your laws. Now, we have the multiplication law. Since they are having same basis, we add them. And we also have the division law. Since it's also having a same basis, we do what? We subtract. Remember, addition for multiplication, subtraction for division. And we have some other several laws that are applicable in your indices. So ensure you know those laws at your fingertips. All right. Now, in solving this, we have 2 raised to power 5 plus 3 minus 4. Why? Because they are all having same basis of 2. And multiplication turned to addition, and as division turned to what? Subtraction. So this becomes 2 raised to power 5 plus 3, 8. 8 minus 4 is 4, which when expanded will give us 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, and 8 times 2, 16. So our answer would be 16. Now, for the fifth one, it says evaluate log 264. Okay, now we break our 64 down. In 64, how many 2s are we getting? We'll get 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16, 16 times 2, 32, 32 times 2, 64. So this gives us 2 raised to power 6. Now replacing 64 here, we have it as log 2 raised to power 6. Okay, so this coming down becomes 6 log 2. But we know that log AA equals 1. All right, that's the law in our logarithm, one of our logarithm laws. So log 2 would be 1. So this gives us 6 times 1, which is 6. So log 264 gives us 6. Okay, now to our next question, it says the first term of an AP is 4 and the common difference is 3. We are asked to find the 15th term. Now, we know that the general formula for AP, unless otherwise stated, is Tn equals A plus n minus 1 D. Okay, now that's a general formula for AP. So whichever AP questions we are asked to solve, always remember this formula unless otherwise stated. Okay, so now applying we know that our A is our first term, which is from the question 4. D is common difference, which is 3. Now, n is the number of terms you're looking for. Now, in this case, 15. So, since you're looking for the 15th term, applying here, we have T15 equals A is 4 plus n is what? 15 minus 1 times D 3. So, this becomes 4 plus 14 times 3. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12. Write down 2, carry 1. 4 times 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. Plus 4 gives us what? 46. So the 15th term of this sequence would be 46. Okay, so our next set of questions, all right, it says, find the sum of the first 6 terms of a GP whose first term is 3 and the common ratio is 2. Okay, now for our first term, which is A, first term equals A is 3. Our common ratio is 2. Okay, now we know for a GP, we have our sequence in this way: A, AR, AR2, AR3, AR4, and AR5. That is for the first 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 3. That's our first term. 3 times 2, 6. Alright, 2 squared times 4. That is 4 times 3, 12. Okay, now 8 times 3. We have 8 times 3. That is 24. So 2 raised to the power 4 times 3. That is 48. And this will be 96. Alright, 2 raised to the power 5 times 3 will give us 96. So now we have to add this. Since they said sum, add them all up. We have 3 plus 6 plus 12 plus 24 plus 48 plus 96. So that gives us 189 as our sum. Okay, now that's for the first question. Now, the next one says the scores are 8, 12, 15. So let's look at our scores. We have 8, 12, 15, 10, 20, 15, and 10. Now we have to find the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, now we know for mean, we have it as EFX over N, or EF, okay, EFX over EF, or EF over N. So now we simply add this all up. Let's add 8 plus 12 is what? Okay, let's have it as 8 plus 12 plus 15 plus 10 plus 20 plus 15 plus 10 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, so 8 plus 12 is 20. 15 plus 15 is 30. So 20 plus 30 gives us 50. All right, plus 10, 60, 80, 90. So this gives us 90. So our mean equals 90 over 7. And 90 divided by 7, alright, we have 8 plus 15 plus 12 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 10. That's 90 divided by 7 gives us 12.857. So that will give us approximately 12.86 as our mean. Now, talking about median, okay, median is a middle number when arranged in ascending or descending order. So let's arrange this in ascending order. We have 8 followed by 10 followed by another 10, all right, followed by 12, then 15 and 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is missing. 8. We have 8, yes. Okay, then 20. So now we count 3. 1, 2, 3. Since there are 7, one side. 1, 2, 3, one side. So our median is 12. Since that's the middle number when arranged in ascending or descending order. Now, to the mode. Mode is simply the data with the highest occurring frequency. The data with the highest what? Occurring frequency. Now, which one appears most here? The one that appears most is what? 15. It appeared 2 times, twice. So our mode would be 15. Okay, now, our next question says, a bag contains 5 red balls, 3 blue balls, and 2 green balls. 1 ball is selected at random. Find the probability that it is a blue ball and secondly, not a green ball. Okay, so let's look at probability. Our total probability, total ball is 5 plus 3 plus 2, which gives us, so there are 10 balls in the basket or in a bag. There are 10 balls in a bag. So now let's look at the probability of picking a red. Probability of picking red will be 5 over 10, all right, which is 1 over 2. Now, probability of picking blue is 3 over 10, and probability of picking green is 2 over 10, which is 1 over 5. All right, now they said, what is the probability that it is blue? So probability of blue equals 3 over 10. All right, probability of blue equals 3 over 10. That's for the first question. Now, probability of not green. Now, probability of not green will be 1 minus probability of green. 1 minus probability of green. Or we can say the addition of the probability, or we can say probability of red plus probability of blue. Okay, so now this gives us, let's look at the two of them. 1 minus probability of green will be 1 minus 1 over 5, which is what? So the LCM is 5. This gives us 5 minus 1, which is 4 over 5. Now, if you look at the probability of these two, that is 5 over 10 plus 3 over 10. That gives us 8 over 10, which is 4 over 5. So you see the two would give us same answer. All right. Now, our next question says, if sine theta equals 3 over 5, so we have to find cos theta and tan theta. Now, this is trigonometry, and understanding trigonometry, we know that sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. And if we have opposite over hypotenuse, then looking at a right angle triangle, all right, this becomes 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. So now we need to apply Pythagoras theorem, which says that the square over hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. So let's call this x. This becomes 5 squared equals, okay, let's state our Pythagoras theorem that hypotenuse squared equals opposite squared plus adjacent squared. All right, now our hypotenuse is 5 squared equals 3 squared plus x squared. So this gives us 25 equals 9 plus x squared. So our x squared equals 25 minus 9. So x squared equals 16. X equals the square root of 16, which is 4. So the value of x would be 4. Now for cos theta is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. So this gives us, for cos theta, adjacent is 4. That gives us 4 over 5. And tan theta, which is 3, opposite is 3 over 4. So with this, we've solved our question. Okay, our next question says, convert 101101 base 2 to base 10. Now, we are going to use our expansion method. We label this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this becomes 1 times 2 raised to power 5 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 4 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 3 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. So 1 times 2 raised to power 5 is 32. 32 times 1 will give us 32 plus 0 plus 8 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1. Remember, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 gives us 1. 32 plus 8, 40, 44, 45. So this gives us 45 base 10. Okay, now that's that for that question. Now, to our final question for today, it says, a town B is 20 kilometers east of town A. Alright, this is a bearing question. And town C is 15 kilometers north of town B. Find the bearing of C from A. Okay, now let's diagramize it. We have town A. This is town A. And they said B is 20 kilometers east. Remember, we have a north, west, east, and south. So 20 kilometers east is this way. This is 20 kilometers. Alright? So this is town B. And next we have C, north of B, 15 kilometers. Okay. Alright, so we are asked to find the angle of the bearing of C. This is town C. The bearing of C from A. So we are asked to calculate this angle. We have to find theta. The bearing of C from A. Now, how do we go about calculating that? Okay, so since we know this is a right angle triangle already, we can, and we have adjacents. Alright, let's calculate this angle. Let's get this angle. We have adjacent over our opposite. So we can use tan theta. Tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Now our opposite is what? 20 all over 15. Okay, so our tan theta equals 20 divided by 15. 20 divided by 15 gives us 1.333. So we have 1.333. Okay. So now we look for theta equals tan inverse of 1.333, which is so that gives us 53.129. Okay, so that is approximately 53.12 degrees, 13 degrees. Okay, so that means if this is 53.12 degrees, alternate angles at theta here will be 53.13 degrees. Sorry, 13 degrees. So the bearing of C from A C from A will be 53.13 degrees. Alright guys, with this we've come to the end of today's tutorials. If there are any questions or comments or any topic you find difficult, please put it down in the comment section below and we will treat on it decisively in a simplified form for you. Alright, thank you guys for staying with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this link with your friends. And I wish you all the best in your forthcoming exams. See you guys in our next class. Thank you.